What's going on YouTube? WILDMAN here. And on today's episode, I'm back into the gym and I'm doing back squats. And as I'm working up in weight on the back squat for my giant set, I'm going to be doing pull-ups with pull-up handles, mainly just to kind of stretch out my lower back and to activate my upper back and get some blood involved. That way I've got a bigger padding for the bar to sit on. And that's really all I'm going to do today. That's kind of all I had time to do today. And that's really all I needed to do today. So I was only doing the bare minimum with those two exercises. Now, per the title of this video, because that's the reason why you click on this video, is because you're intrigued to learn about how to work your legs a little bit better. Think of your body as a back side and a front side. Now, your back side is called the posterior chain. I know, fancy word, right? And the front of your body is called the anterior chain. And when it comes to leg day, you need to work both. So in this case, the back squat works the posterior chain, which kind of makes sense, right? Because that bar sits on your back. So why would you not be working your posterior chain when that's your backside? Now, essentially, all it means to work out your posterior chain is all the muscles on your backside are going to be doing a majority of the work on compound movements. So the back squat, the deadlift, they're all working that posterior chain, meaning you're going to be working the back, you're going to be working your glutes, your hamstrings, but then the secondary movement is going to be your anterior chain, which is going to be your core, and it's going to be your quads as well. So if you want a really efficient leg day, you got to make sure that you're working both of those areas. Then you got to make sure that you're training leg day with both the posterior and the anterior chains. And back squat works the best when it comes to posterior chain, and front squats, in my opinion, are the best for the anterior chain. And I really like to do pull-ups on my back squat day, mainly because they carry over really good to deadlifts. Because I'm dead hanging and I'm really trying to make sure that I'm getting nice and tight from the bottom and pulling up. And inadvertently, it helps with the back squat, like I said, because it gets my upper back primed for that bar to sit on. So I really like doing pull-ups on the same day as my back squat day. Now, back squats actually took a back seat for a while, no pun intended, because I was doing deadlift and I was really trying to nail my deadlift form and doing more deadlift training. So now I'm introducing the back squat back into my training and I'm trying to work up again because I'm a naturally good squatter. So I might as well put that off to the side since I'm really good at it and focus on the areas that I'm weak in. And I really want my deadlift to be up at a certain area, and I want to be able to get up to that weight and also get back to my old PRs with the back squat. So I kind of feel like I'm going to be achieving that weight soon on the deadlift. So I want to achieve that same weight that I'm expecting, and I expect myself to hit on the back squat as well. And I'm wearing a belt. So the one thing that I'm not doing though is I'm not wearing knee sleeves or any kind of patella protection. And this was supposed to be my top set for the day, which is 365 pounds, because I just wanted to make sure that I was getting my reps in and then focusing on, like I said, the posterior and the anterior chain, because I had more work to do after this. So that was moving really slow, but it was easy. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it basically sometimes in the gym when you're doing a PR, you will lift and it'll move slow, but it doesn't feel heavy to you. You're just moving slow. So I kind of thought, I have not lifted 4 plates on the back squat in a very long time. So I knew I was going to be able to at least do it for 1, but I wanted to see how fast I was going to move and if it was actually going to feel heavy under that tension. And I actually moved very slow, but it didn't feel heavy again. So I actually felt very confident in that. And I was actually surprised where I was at on my back squat. So that was really good for me. I could have done 2 reps, but I chose not to just because that second rep would have been a grind and I didn't want to grind today. So now, like I said, I'm working that anterior chain. So I really like to do front squats to attack my interior chain because that bar sits on those shoulders and it really works your core and those quads a lot more. And I was working my core and my quads with the back squat. Like I said, the posterior chain works. The secondary movements is the anterior chain. But now I want to really attack the anterior chain. That way I can finish off this workout strong and I'm hitting all the areas. And this is a really good leg day. If you're attacking both those areas, your legs are going to be super strong overall. So that's going to be today's workout. I really appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you next time. Thanks.